Right now, your body makes a silent choice to either build muscle or store fat. This vital daily decision is never driven by your workout routine or your meal plan. Instead, a single hidden hormone controls this entire process, and almost nobody discusses it correctly. That specific vital hormone is vitamin D, and modern research will completely change your perspective. For many decades, every doctor and textbook claimed this nutrient was just for strong bones. We all accepted that simple story because the bone health evidence seemed solid and complete. But something truly extraordinary has been quietly unfolding inside global research laboratories over recent years. Scientists now realize this vitamin actually manages your entire central metabolic command center every day. It magically decides whether your next meal becomes lean muscle tissue or gets stored away. This is not just some random wellness trend invented to sell you useless dietary products. Real peer-reviewed science using direct human genetic data proves this incredible metabolic reality totally. The vitamin functions like a master switch your body uses for primary daily energy decisions. Imagine a quiet executive inside every cell, giving strict orders that other systems must follow. When properly supported, those specific biological orders focus entirely on building powerful new muscle growth. When deeply depleted, your body easily defaults into a highly conservative and stubborn fat-storing mode. To understand this incredible biological process, you must first learn about two very specific hormones. Those two important hormones are called leptin and myostatin, and they constantly manage your metabolism. Leptin comes directly from your fat cells to send critical energy signals straight to your brain. When leptin works perfectly, your brain knows exactly how much fuel is currently stored inside. The human brain then decides when to quickly burn calories or when to slow metabolism. Myostatin works quite differently because it originates in muscle tissue to act as growth ceilings. Its main internal purpose prevents muscles from growing larger than necessary for basic daily survival. Your physical body naturally avoids keeping extra muscle because that tissue requires massive daily energy. So active myostatin quietly applies constant, steady pressure, keeping your muscle size below strict thresholds. Leptin heavily manages your fat levels, while myostatin restricts your natural muscle growth from above. Together, these two powerful hormonal signals completely control your daily body composition and metabolic health. Here is exactly where the crucial vitamin finally enters the picture and alters everything completely. Curious lab researchers recently decided to completely eliminate specific signaling from laboratory mouse fat cells. After removing these tiny receptors from fat tissue, leptin production sharply dropped almost immediately down. The living body suddenly lost all natural ability to accurately sense its own stored energy. This vital cellular communication line between fat and brain broke down, leaving the metabolism blind. Next, curious scientists carefully removed these same important biological receptors from actual muscle tissue cells. Something equally alarming and highly revealing happened inside those specific fragile muscle fibers right away. Chemical myostatin levels shot up so fast that all physical muscular development ground immediately down. Removing the clear signal from fat destroys energy awareness, while removing it from muscle stops growth. This massive scientific discovery proved a profoundly important controlling biological role happening deeply inside bodies. The next incredibly obvious question naturally became, what happens if we push these levels higher? Could elevating this simple organic compound above standard ranges actually optimize both important natural hormones? That is exactly what professional researchers decided to carefully test next during an amazing experiment. What truly happened during this new clinical study genuinely shocked absolutely everyone involved in research. They artificially raised the chemical levels dramatically inside the test mice to an extreme amount. The shocking outcome was deeply impressive because it revealed an entirely different biological operating mode. These tiny mice did not just get slightly stronger like a standard nutritional supplement shows. They absolutely fundamentally changed how their physical bodies were allocating and directing stored daily energy. Their physical grip strength increased significantly more than the basic normal control group mice did. Clear, measurable, natural lean muscle mass rapidly increased, while total body weight remained exactly unchanged. Read that very carefully, because it safely represents something millions have unsuccessfully tried to achieve. The tiny bodies redirected calories away from fat storage directly toward new, powerful muscle construction. They brilliantly achieved this without eating any extra food or doing any additional physical exercise. No strange behavioral lifestyle changes ever occurred, yet their internal energy economy was completely rewritten. On the complex myostatin side, something truly fascinating unfolded as the natural muscles grew larger. Normally, as real muscles grow larger, your cautious body sends stronger stop signals, preventing extremes. But in this highly elevated test group, the restrictive myostatin production surprisingly decreased as muscles grew. The noticeably larger they became, the weaker the biological stop signal became, against normal logic. The complex system rewarded physical growth by slowly removing its own natural restrictive biological ceiling. The more fresh new tissue you correctly build under these conditions, the easier growth becomes. This scientific fact strongly suggests the powerful vitamin actively flips a biological switch on purpose. Over on the squishy fat tissue side, active leptin also behaved in an unexpected direction. Normally, having extra fat produces more leptin until your tired brain eventually stops responding completely. That highly dangerous process is called leptin resistance, making serious daily fat loss progressively harder. But with greatly elevated nutrient levels, fat tissue produced much more leptin without accumulating fat. The active brain quickly received a much stronger and clearer energy signal without gaining weight. The sleepy metabolism suddenly accelerated, daily energy use increased, and extra fat accumulation permanently stopped. This incredible pure internal state is exactly what older people spend massive money desperately chasing. The test mice ate normal, boring food, exercised normally, and showed absolutely zero changed habits. Yet they simply continuously burned more daily energy due to elevated baseline cellular metabolic activity. This amazing pure transformation happened at the deepest biological level, completely independent of human willpower. It easily remains purely natural, completely brilliantly automatic, and strictly built into our basic biology. However, basic animal data alone is never quite enough to firmly draw confident medical conclusions. Dedicated researchers desperately needed to accurately see if this energy allocation mechanism appeared within humans. They deeply searched inside the very largest human genetic data sets assembled within global science. They very carefully studied huge projects involving hundreds of thousands of diverse human participants worldwide. They actively compared massive global studies measuring blood levels against other separate studies measuring height. What consistently beautifully emerged across these giant clinical data sets was a perfectly clear pattern. Specific human genetic variants naturally producing higher blood levels consistently created significantly taller people everywhere. Simply taking a generic standard supplement as an older adult will never magically build height. But lucky people genetically wired for higher hormone levels operate with a fundamentally superior metabolism. Their human biology remains highly growth-oriented, meaning daily physical energy strongly flows toward building. In simple early childhood, this unique, amazing trait naturally expresses itself as significantly greater height. In fully mature adulthood, it clearly brightly expresses as better muscle quality and superior composition.